not sure if that's legible, you know. But it's the harp I like to use. I'm on the funny keys today. This is a D flat. I thought I was using an A flat last time, but this must be D flat. So I mean, like, I'll happily use a standard marine band if I can't get the deluxe, you know, then it's a B flat or something. But I find these to be great. In the past I have purchased a couple of custom harps, which are amazing. Like, they play so well, but for the money I think these are great, especially when you're trying to get, you know, all 12 keys and stuff, and you tend to go through them quite quick, which I'm hoping to do less of, because I've been trying to play a little bit quieter. And another thing, in that last video, you know, it was a bit shoddy, like, you know, but I'm trying to be more at ease with that. Like, say if you sit down to busk, let's just say, in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes you can't get anything off, because you're preoccupied with trying to sound polished and gig ready right that second. But you haven't practiced before you get down there or anything, so your first 15 minutes is really practicing. I think sometimes practice should be spent doing the real elementary things, you know, the fundamentals. And constantly, you know, the mind will throw up these blocks, you know, these kind of egoic blocks. You sound terrible, you know what I mean? People can hear you, things like this. You know, you used to learn that like all the time, and you know, you're trying too hard, whatever. And if you can let all that go, it's kind of harder than it sounds. Then it's like, right, well, I'm not being held to any standard at all here. I can play anything. I don't even have to play legitimate practice routines. I'm just gonna look around at the floors and the people and the trees and the traffic, and I'm just gonna get warmed up and just play. And that for me is the surest route to true musicality, you know, in the moment, playing according to your surroundings, according to how you feel, according to your recent experience. And it's that freeing up of things, and therefore, rather than just playing stock licks, by the time you are warmed up and fully practiced, you'll actually maybe do some Charlie Parker madness or something like that, you know, on a scale. You might make an actually, what would be the word for it, like a poignant kind of musical statement or something. That the fulfillment that comes from that is, you know, kind of more gratifying. I don't know. And it seems to capture more attention. You know, of course, there's showmanship, and you know, some people like a lot of fast licks and things like that. I like Paul Butterfield recently. Paul Butterfield and Junior Wells are my two main guys. And I'm heading towards Sunny Terry, so I can't wait to get into that. But I know I'm never going to play like Butterfield, you know. I'm not going to play like Junior Wells either, but if I can get a little bit and just enjoy it, you know, and that's alright, you know. Anyway, I'd probably play this thing. I don't know if me talking all that nonsense might lead to better musicianship, because I've talked myself into a corner here, like, to be quite honest. I'm not going to try very hard. Let me see, oh jeez Christ. This is humiliating. Oh God, here we are, you know. not ignore them. Like, you know, you want to acknowledge these people and their sovereignty or whatever. You know what I mean? But you know, you gotta get comfortable if you're gonna play. So let me see. Like, I have nothing to play. But, oh, I know I'll play. Oh, yeah. I live in Belfast. It's the Irish flag. It's the Irish traditional. They do it every year, and it's in Belfast for the first time I go. So it's the only Irish thing I can do on it, you know. But tongue blocking, you know when you start tongue blocking and you go from going single notes are quite easy. The harp goes like that, doesn't it? And then you start tongue blocking, and there's nobody there to show you, you know. And of course you're quite stubborn, old gnarled blues guy, you know. So you figure it out, and you end up with a harp like this, just in order to get your tongue outside. And you're not getting a proper pull on. You can't even get a bend without engaging your throat and destroying your sound voice. So, and you can't get the same speed. So how am I supposed to play juke like this? You know, I couldn't even play it before. Now it's been made doubly difficult, you know. Still can't play it. What is it? It just doesn't suit me, man. So I think of like James Cotton or something like that. You know, I just get a hold of like we call it a 2-5 draw, tongue split type thing. I get a hold of something like that and just try to get that smoky sound on it. I think that's, as a harp player, that's what I'm good at. You know, I'll be exposed if I try doing that other stuff, you know. And he's up here. And you hear the guys are big Walter, little Walter. How many Walters are there? They get up here, and rather than go nobody really tells you, do they? Nobody really gives you the handbook, because it can't be that easy, can it? It can't be that easy, like. So, you know, if I hadn't heard Paul Butterfield on a recent gospel, like thing quite rare, because this guy came in and, you know, sang a verse or whatever, and I was like, really, the hell was that? And then when I heard the harmonica come in, I was like, Paul Butterfield's on this shit? And I was blown away, because he ascended, you know. It says a lot about his musicality, musicianship and stuff. Of course, he's super disciplined and all that anyway, the way he ran the band, and, you know, well, I have renewed respect for Butter. Obviously can't play any Butterfield, but it's like, woke up Chicago. That was my junior violence impression. What that way? I don't know. If you had been there on the night that I first got hit to Butterfield, Do you know what I mean? Albeit, probably had a little taste. Anyway, guys, that's enough from Belfast, from Ireland, north and south, British Isles as a whole, from your endeavour, you know. Take it easy, dudes. Goodbye.